I spoke to the Saudi and UAE energy ministers at the World Utilities Congress in Abu Dhabi. The UAE energy minister telling me oil prices could spike as much as 300% if the US went ahead with its so-called NOPEC legislation to regulate crude output, while Saudi Arabia's energy minister said the legislation could risk destabilizing energy markets. Listen in.
The world needs to work collectively, responsibly, comprehensively in providing us and salvaging the world economy from two things: supply chain issues and services issues, including energy. Because without these two, and this is fundamentally why we are here today, is the most profound two topics that we need to focus on, aside from politics.
The Saudi energy minister also telling me the world needs to pay attention not just to tight supplies, but limited energy capacity too. Speaking on the same panel, the UAE energy minister, Suhail Mazrouei, also warned that even if demand recovers from the pandemic, OPEC and its allies may not be able to meet that demand without further investment.
We are professionals in OPEC, and we always look, our job is to look at the supply and demand balance. And when we look at the numbers and we look at the supply and demand, we see it balanced. The political issue that caused this chaos is something that is outside of what we discuss. We're not siding with anyone, but we are warning that if we, especially at this time, of where the supply is in many countries have got caught up with the lack of investments, and we're seeing countries even within OPEC Plus not being able to produce what they used to produce 2 years ago. That's, I think, an alarming sign for all of us to take what's available and not to leave some of that production on the table and say, we don't want that kind of production or that oil, and we would like to be selective. That's what we cannot do. And that's what will cause the inflation in the prices. That what would hurt the consumers. Our advice is we need, at this time, to include all of the production that is available. It's all crude. Now, politics aside, if you take that, and if oil was not politicized, then you would see that perfect balance, and we're going to see, hopefully, a reduction.